Hi and welcome. This is Gypsy Maggie Rose coming to you on January the 6th. And this is Romany Christmas. It's the day when we celebrate the arrival of the wise kings at the stable. The story goes that our ancestor Cain, as in Cain and Abel, after he'd done his brother in, that is, went travelling, as we do. And it came to a well, which was, as they usually do after 40 odd days in the desert, they come to a well, and there was the maidens drawing water. Well, there was a marauding horde, as there always is, and Cain saved the girls and carried back the water. Well, in the long run of it, the long and the short of it all is, he married the king's daughter, taught them the ways of animal husbandry, caring for animals, looking after, and also the knowledge that he'd learned from his brother of growing crops. So in time, these people became a great nation. The thing about the Rom, there is no word for hate, there is no word for anger, there is no word for murder. So there'd been a few changes along the line. And Casper, one of the wise men, he was of the magical side, and he travelled following the star. He was an astronomer and an astrologer. So we celebrate this day in memory of our beginnings, in memory that times are like those days spent in the desert. We all have dark nights of the soul, but we celebrate this as a day of joy. A day of light, of remembering that we're family, and of remembering our roots, remembering where we came from, and remembering that, yeah, we have to fight sometimes for what we believe in. Okay? So that's just a little bit of what we're at. Now let's have a look at where Capricorn are at. Oh, Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Looking at far horizons, dreaming about what could be, what I'll do when this happens, hello? What about now? This is time to have a look at what you've got in your hands. In your hands you've got the abilities, the opportunities, the way to make your life whole and strong and purposeful. My glasses keep slipping down, but it's not a big drama. So what you need to do, Capricorn, is have a look at what is emotionally holding you back. Why are you looking over the top of the emotional stuff to, okay, when this in some distant future happens, but darl, there's this emotional flow here. This needs to be dealt with now, because if it keeps going to over the top, I'll deal with it when's never going to come. This is a time to look at what is available to you now, and to make a very strong stand with what you have now, what you have in your hand. Okay? It's make the most of what you have, and then make what you have grow towards the future. Don't wait for when I do this, or when the kids grow up, or when I lose this much weight, or when this happens. Darling, when may never come. What you have is now. Make now count. Okie dokie? Aquarians. Where are my beloved Aquarians today? Oh, you're so happy. Oh, it's been such a hard road for Aquarians. I'm a little bit reluctant to have a look at them, because the emotional aspect has been, oh my goodness, all these huge star patterns that we've had. Of all of the zodiac, they've affected this emotional, watery, teary Aquarians the most. But this time, darling, it's a time of joy. It's a time of looking forward to the future. It's a time of doing what you can to make yourself happy. It's about understanding where you fit in the scheme of things. That, okay, this one relationship here may not be perfect, but these relationships here are. It's about understanding your place in the scheme of things, your place in the family, your place in the work area, your place in the social area. It's about basically going, well, damn it, I'm as good as I'm getting, I'm great, I'm fantastic, and I can do what I need to do. The thing about Aquarians, they're either But when they're up, my goddess, are they up. And hun, this is an up time for you guys. So take advantage of it. Get out there and strut your stuff. You know, enjoy. But understand that life has ups and downs, and this is one of the up times. So when the wind is blowing in your favour, you need to set sail and enjoy all that you can. And remember, everything is there within reach. There's no such thing as a distant rainbow. Everything is in reach of your heart. The only thing is, you have to put up a hand and grab it, okay? Aries. Aries, this is a time of opportunity. It's a time of seeing what is around you, and it's a time of seeing where you can make the difference. Little things. This is not big changes, hon. These are little tiny things. A little tweak here, a little tweak there. It's seeing where you can make the difference to make things work for you, to make your world stronger, more purposeful. Yes, there's a little bit of a downside here. There's somebody in the background sort of going, meh, 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 meh. That could well be yourself going, no you can't, no you can't. Well, I hate to tell you, but yes you can. It's about, you know, being in charge of yourself. It's accepting your own strength. This time is about, yeah, I can do that. And simply not sitting around questioning it, not sitting around wondering where it's all coming together. No. This is about getting off your butt and doing it, basically. If a job needs doing, do it. If a phone call needs making, do it. If you need to say, hey, I miss you, then do it. Ain't gonna do itself, huh? Let's have a look at the Pisceans. Okay. Pisces, it's about balancing here. It's about knowing the difference between how much effort is putting in on a work area, how much is putting in on an emotional area. This is about drawing fine lines here. However, to draw the lines, you need to stand still and review situations. It's not about compromise at this stage. It's about reviewing. It's about looking at this side, but in a detached manner. Then it's about looking back at the emotional side and seeing where you can bring the two together. It's not about compromise. It's about seeing a situation clearly. It's more about acceptance than compromise. You know, accepting the things that you cannot change. That's just the way it is. And then moving forward from that with, yeah, okay, I can't change it, so I deal with it. You know, cop it sweet, basically. And usually once we've made a decision and looked at something and gone, yeah, well, I can't really change that, we begin working with it. Once you take that resistance and that out of something, you can start working with it. It becomes easier. The road becomes smoother. You're not just hammering head first. Okay? Taurus. Taurians, it's about reflection. It's about reflection on what is working best in your life, what you really want to happen in your life. It's more like, okay, you can't change the past. What you can change is how you react to, and how you allow the past to react on you. This is about basically getting your head out of the sand, hun, and not going, oh, you know, not buying into the poor me, oh my God, this happened, so this is this. And look, if a situation's not workable, kick it in the butt and move on. You're the only one who can do that. This is in your hands. What they're saying to you at this time is that your life is your own. There are times and efforts here where other people have been controlling or having the greater input into what you do. What is happening now is you're putting yourself into a position where you have to go, enough already. What they're saying is, look, okay, turn around. You're plodding on, one foot in front of the other, and it's just an emotional drain. However, turning around, look at the situations that you can turn around, which are going to bring you a lot more peace, which are going to bring you a lot more joy, and which are going to make your life much more workable. There's some cash coming too, hon. When I get the itch bad, it's a cash coming. It's not a huge amount because it's in one door and out the other. However, every little bit counts. It certainly does. Okay, let's have a look at our gems, see where our gems are going, bless our hearts. Got to check for sound, I'm reckoning. Yeah, looks like we've got sound. Gems, you with this energy of guiding your own footpath. 2 has come out, so we're going to have a look at 2. Okay. The one is like being still and reviewing, looking at where you're going, putting into plans. This is about putting plans. This is about laying foundations. It's about doing what's needed so that you can go forward and move forward very strongly and have a direction that's going to work for you, instead of whoosh, racing around head first, feet in, boots and all, no set direction, no set timing, just I can do this. Yeah, well, yeah, you can, hon, but you can do it better when you've got time and balance and when you've planned things and you know where it's going. It's like building. You can build a strong foundation now which will grow things for you emotionally and financially. These are the strengths that you need to work with now, building solid foundations. And sometimes you've got to be really tough when you're building in a foundation. You've got to blast the rock out of the way. Well, the rocks that you guys have to blast out of the way is stubbornness, learning to be disciplined. So the lack of discipline, Gem, sorry, hon, it's just got to go. It's like you've got to set directions, make the plans, do the blueprint, and then follow it. But be prepared to make changes along the way. Be prepared to be flexible, because sometimes you can't blow a hole through the mountain. You've got to go over it. Okay, you understand where I'm coming from? Okay, we'll give this one a break and I'll be back with the second half.